told us yesterday that his career has been a sad one. I've always fought against everything. I've won and they've robbed me. I haven't had anyone in my corner because he's never been able to get over the hump. He feels that this might be his last opportunity, and Orlando Salido, as we said, is the action fighter in boxing of the moment.
Well, it's only taken Salido 22 years to build that image. These are amazing. These are not just amazing boxing careers, guys. These are amazing lives. You know, to go through what these guys have gone through, to be where they are. And they're not rich. They're not celebrated. They're just fighters. They're born to do it, and they do it all their lives.
And they're warriors.
The question in this fight is, Salido at the point in his career, Andre, where he's looking for that big payday and he just has to win these kind of fights? And if he is, does that mean that Roman has a chance here to finally not just be in a really good, tough fight against a fighter like this, but win it?
Yeah, Roman is going to have to show a little bit more than he's shown in his other big moments, because like you said, he's fallen short in those big moments. And Salido has to show that he still has enough in the tank to compete with the top guys in this division.
Well, this is Mickey Roman to the court. He bulls Salido to the ropes with his shoulders, and then he starts hammering him to the body. And now Salido turns and backs out into the ring looking for space. And in space, he's probably a little bit better equipped to get it done than Miguel Mickey Roman. So Roman goes forward, takes a couple punches, and gets Salido back where he wants him, near the ropes. And now Robert Byrd says to a Salido, you got to keep it up.
Roman, you know, sometimes their contenders in every era aren't quite good enough to be champions. Roman insists that he hasn't had the kind of support, the nutrition, all those things that the elite fighters have had, so it puts him at a disadvantage. He believes he has that now. He's fighting like it right
now. A little bit of a slow start from Salido. A little slower than normal.
And there are compounding advantages in boxing. When you're seen as the opponent, you don't have the things that the A side has. And as a result, the reason you're the opponent in the first place, you're not as good as the A side. And now you're given the handicap of fewer resources and all that.
And Andre, you mentioned the slow start for Salido. That's one of his identifiers, more or less known for that. You look at all of his big fights, virtually always is given away the first two rounds, or not given away, had them taken away. It takes him a little while to warm up. It's a truism of guys who fight as long as Salido has and have this many hard fights, that one of these nights he's going to show up and have nothing. It hasn't happened yet.
Big right hand from Salido that just hurt Roman. Let's see if Salido follows up.
Roman was badly hurt by that right hand by Salido. His legs still aren't right.
Yeah, he's still hurt.
So once again, Salido hadn't shown up with nothing. Not yet. Violent first round, as we expected.
Hold back, what happened? Are you good? Did he hurt you, yes or no? Are you sure? I'm okay. You gotta throw those uppercuts, eh? You hurt? Come on, do it. Now, you got this one against us, okay? Get those uppercuts in. Don't give them distance, on the inside. And when you're on the outside, open your guard. All right, to throw. Straight shots.
Here we see Salido paw with the left jab and comes around the gloves of Roman with a beautiful overhand right hand that badly hurts Roman, and that hurt him for the duration of that round. Another angle, beautiful overhand right from Salido, and Roman still may be hurt from that right hand leading into the second round.
Roman working for the first time tonight with Rudy Hernandez, and we talk about how both fighters are lifers. Rudy Hernandez is a lifer. You'll see him sometimes as a cut man. You'll see him as a chief second. He operates in a lot of different ways, sometimes as a trainer, and he's the head trainer for Miguel Roman for the first time in Roman's career tonight. Rudy Hernandez, the brother, of course, of the late, great Genaro Chiquinito Hernandez, perennial candidate to get into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Hasn't made it yet. I keep voting for him. It's not clear whether that will ever come in.
given the standards of the Hall of Fame, which are not as high as the standards of like the football or baseball or basketball Hall of Fame, you would think Hernandez has enough to get in eventually. Roman, who started this fight like a house on fire, it's not that he's being out tough. They're both very tough guys. But Salido's greater technique makes him the tougher guy here because his shots are
Roman
landing.
is not throwing at this point. Andre, do you think he's still hurt from that right hand?
I think he's still buzzed. I think Roman is still trying to gather himself. And Salido, the wily veteran that he is, he's not rushing his offense, and he's placing some beautiful shots to test the chin of Roman to see exactly how hurt he still is.
He may be 2 left hooks to the body and 1 more right hand away from getting Roman out of there if he can select and land the right shots.
Roman is actually telling on himself because he's not offensive. And if Roman is not offensive, it's for a reason. It's either because he's hurt or he's tired. And it's too early in the fight for him to be tired, so he must still be hurt.
His offense is also very predictable, and when he throws, it's giving Salido target. And I think Salido's counters have disciplined Roman. He's a little bit scared to go in and let his punches go.
But now Roman is beginning to come to life again and goes back to work throwing his shots to the body.
Let him go, let him go. Let him go.
Holding on to Salido's arms and frankly ignoring Robert Byrd's command to let him go.
Oh, right
Good
hand.
hard body shot by Salido. Tries to come back upstairs with the right hand. Roman stepping in, short jab, right hand up top. That one hurts Salido. Left hook to the body. Hard shots by Mickey Roman as he pins Salido against the ropes. Now Salido tries to fight his way off the ropes, landing a right hand shot. Takes a hard left hook to the body. Great action fight.
Yeah, that's a spectacular sequence we just saw from both guys, and you can hear the thumping to the body like a bass drum. But Salido looks legitimately hurt to me by that right hand, guys.
But he's a veteran, so he'll weather the storm. He'll deal with it temporarily, and then he'll go back to work.
That's so true, Andre. You're exactly right. Salido will be hurt 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times in the fight, but he recovers and continues to fight.
Doesn't miss a beat.
We're good. Don't stay on the ropes. Gotta get out, okay? Fake to one side and go to the other side. Go out from one side and then throw on the other side. Careful with those uppercuts, okay? Move. Don't stay so much on the ropes, okay? Move some more.
Here we see an uppercut from Salido and a beautifully timed overhand right from Ramon that buzzed Salido. Both fighters are 1-1, hurting each other with right hands in the first and second round.
Orlando Salido's wife, Myra, and 3 children, or 4 children, here with her tonight. Salido grew up in a house in Ciudad Obregón, Mexico, with concrete walls and a dirt floor, and he owns that house. And he shows it to his children as a reminder of where he came from. 30 seconds into round number 3. Roman manages to drive Salido back into the ropes again, and here goes Mickey Roman.
The thing that's so brutal about Salido fights is he's often putting with opponents that do the same thing he does, which is they land each shot with such force. It's not just that they're brawling in there, Andre, it's that they're landing these terrific, short, hard power punches so frequently, both of them.
Yeah, they're landing them and they're well placed. That's what makes them so vicious.
But what really took Salido to a high level was his battle with Francisco Vargas at StubHub Center on June 4 of 2016. It was the fight of the year. It was a fight of constant nonstop action, rally, both of them going back and forth with each other. If you saw Vargas earlier this evening in our first fight, you saw a part of what he could do. Those skills have not yet returned to the level where they were the night that he fought Orlando Salido.
also had terrific fights earlier in his career. Juan Manuel Lopez, a couple of tough fights with him. Rocky Martinez.
Lopez was a skilled southpaw, and against a skilled southpaw, Salido's straight right hand is one of the best.
That's right.
Business.
And it was a terrific fight. Rocky Martinez, they went, to war. I mentioned Cristobal Cruz.
And on and on and on.
Yep, he's fought a lot of guys. Fought Yuriorkis Gamboa, lost decisively, but was when Gamboa was at his best.
And Mickey Roman has fought dozens of guys whose names we barely know in the same kinds of fights all through his career. There you go. Power punches landed this round, both well into double figures.
Good body work from Salido.
It's that kind of a fight. You taste my left hook to the body, and then I'll tell you how good yours is.
Salido wins on toughness and all that, but also he has guile. He's the more clever fighter of these two, and as a result, his punches are landing more frequently, more cleanly.
Much more crafty.
Got a bell.
I love the way they touch gloves. Subtle, just a little movement at the end of the round shows you their mutual respect.
You gotta throw. Hit. Get in close and throw. Release with all. Don't wait. Throw it all. Huh? But you gotta be careful, right? Don't throw yourself in, right? Stay in there. Get in there with authority. Get in there and then bring them up with the uppercut. You gotta throw combinations, baby. Combinations. You have him on the ropes, boom, boom, and finish up with an uppercut. Okay? Castigate him. Think about it. Boom, boom, and then up. Let's go. Let's go. Relax, relax. We're good. We're good.
Round 4 of the scheduled 10.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
Through the first 3 rounds, they've thrown a total of about 8 jabs between them. Everything is power punches. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim. This is the kind of fight that's a tough fight to score. But, when I fight head-to-head, toe-to-toe, Orlando Salido is almost unbeatable. He lands that hard right hand. I got it 3-0, 30-27 Orlando Salido, because I think that right hand of Salido's is doing more damage than the right hand of Mickey Roman's. But it's a very close, very tough fight. 3-0 Orlando Salido.
The way this fight was supposed to go on paper is just like this, with Salido winning close, tough rounds, eventually taking over and winning the fight ultimately, maybe by stoppage. And so far it's playing out the way it was anticipated to play
Good
out.
sequence of the right hands from Salido.
Yeah, he landed a couple of solid shots, similar to the ones that he landed in round 1. Mickey Roman took it just a little bit better this time.
Real tough fight.
Fuera, limpio.
Right hand for Roman. Salido fires back with combination. Down goes Salido. 11th time he's been knocked down in the last 9 fights.
He really didn't have his feet under him even when he tried to get up.
9. You okay? Está bien?
So the obligatory early knockdown of Salido takes place in round 4. And now Roman comes on to try to capitalize on having hurt the old man.
This is Roman's whole career right here, guys. Can he finally get over the hump against a guy who fights through this moment?
I don't know how bad Salido's hurt right now, but he's dangerous in this moment, being a wily veteran. Better believe that he's looking to land a big shot in this moment with Roman overextending himself.
Roman had a momentary urge there, it appeared, to lift Salido up and turn him upside down. But he took his hands off of him. They went back to firing away.
And I think Roman lost a moment right there. I think Salido's back. I think his head is clear.
He has extraordinary recuperative powers.
He's been there, done that. You know, him being on the canvas is nothing new.
That's right.
Another day in the park.
Against Mikey Garcia even. It was a technical loss eventually, even though he got dropped a million times.
And though Salido is the man who has been down in round 4, it's Roman who is showing a large swelling now under his left eye on the cheekbone.
The towel, the towel, the towel, the towel. Put water on him. Put water on him. Relax, relax, relax. Relax, just close up the guard a bit.
Here we see a good exchange from both fighters. Two-fisted attack, a right and a left, and a grazing right hand from Roman that hits the chin of Salido. Doesn't look very hard, but it's hard enough to put him down. Here we see another angle. Left, right, lands square on the chin, down goes Salido.
You know, you watch him go down from that punch. You look at some of the punches that he takes without going down, and it doesn't seem to add up, really. But
that one was well placed and well timed.
Yeah, it's where you get hit. But he really didn't have his legs. I mean, they were not good, and he got up and won the rest of the round.
He recovered, but some of that may just be age. He's been in a lot of wars. He's got a lot of miles on him.
Well, you know, when a guy's been knocked down 10 times in 8 fights coming in, now make it 11 knockdowns in the last 9 fights, you've got to expect at some point you're going to see him on the canvas.
Guys, even against Mikey Garcia, as I was mentioning, Salido was dropped so many times. He should have been knocked out. But at the end of the fight, he was still coming forward, and it was a technical loss. Salido's eyes, his left eye is starting to really swell. Left side of his face, his cheekbone.
Well, it was Roman who appeared to me to be swelling in the cheekbone at the end of the last round. I think both of them are beginning to show the damage from the hard fight, and that's to be expected. We're nearly 5 rounds into this 10-round exchange.
The thing about Salido is he doesn't have normal tough fights. Like, this is an extraordinarily tough action fight. It's par for the course for him, but it's not normal.
No, it's not normal at all. And it's easy to miss the damage that both guys are inflicting on each other because they're fighting so close in range. But you can see both guys starting to bust up from the inside out because of the body shots, the short uppercuts, the short hooks. Both guys are inflicting a lot of damage on the other one right now.
Which is exactly what we expected, which is exactly what we told you, the audience, you would see. A firefight of the highest order.
This round in particular is such good back and forth inside offense.
It's not always the big looping shots, it's the short thudding shots that do the damage.
Are we safe in saying they don't play any defense at all, Andre?
I mean, if you look at both fighters, I mean, they're rolling, they're trying to avoid some punches, but no, defense is not their game. Their offense is their defense.
They throw down. 30 seconds to go in round 5. And just as Salido hurt Roman in the first round, and Roman knocked Salido down in the last round, they're both constantly looking for that moment. That sometimes indiscernible moment when you've gotten the other guy in trouble in a fight like this. And you have to be able to perceive it and realize, okay, that's slightly different than what happened when I hit him the last time. Sometimes the moment can pass without you really knowing.
Good work from both men right now.
Amazing.
This is extraordinary.
Amazing.
Savage body work.
December 27, boxing's best of 2017 continues with the first fight between Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez and Thai brawler Srisaket Sorang-Bisa. Following that fight, stick around for a replay of Miguel Cotto's farewell fight versus Saddam Ali. December 28, don't miss the thrilling showdown between Canadian knockout artist David Lemieux and American Curtis Stevens. Also on December 28, stick around for the rematch between Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev.
Mickey Roman and Orlando Salido combined to land a fight-high 47 power punches between them, and you saw them trading down the stretch. Punch for punch. Pretty evenly. As Harold Letterman said earlier, these are not easy rounds to score. Here's the 6th of a scheduled 10. Salido starts out to the body in this round. Now brings it upstairs with the right hand.
One of the things that makes Salido such a great action fighter, maybe the premier action fighter at the moment, oh, that's a big right hand he landed, is that he is vulnerable. He shows vulnerability, the kind that had you never seen him fight before, you'd think, well, he's not going to win tonight. And yet he battles back and somehow pulls it out off him.
But Salido also fights with a lot of craft. He's placing punches, as we mentioned earlier. He's trying to step around. Yes, he gets hit a lot, but he's also trying to roll with those punches. And believe it or not, he has a game plan.
With the vulnerability or the apparent vulnerability, that look where it's like, well, no, not tonight. Tonight he's going to lose. Is what Matthew Saad Muhammad had. It's what Arturo Gatti had. It's what every really, not just action fighter, but as Larry Merchant used to say about Arturo Gatti, drama fighter. Salido is a real drama fighter.
At the end of the day, I'm not going to say that it doesn't matter to you whether he won or he lost, but sometimes it's hard to remember whether he won or he lost. I love to go into a boxing discussion with a bunch of people and say, hey, tell me, who won the first Gatti Ward fight? And so many times people get it wrong. Like, how could anybody remember?
Right, Salido versus Rocky Martinez, Salido versus Vargas, Salido versus so many guys where you go, who won or lost, you don't remember.
Because the fight
doesn't matter. There's no loser in a fight like that.
The fights are so entertaining that it's almost it doesn't even matter, like you just mentioned, Jim. People appreciate everything that they expend to entertain them. So in their eyes, that both guys win.
In a genuine spiritual sense, with the communion of boxing fans, both fighters win in a fight like that.
Exactly.
But they pay a high price.
And this may not even be your favorite style of fighting, but at the very least, you have to respect both of these guys for the way they put it all on the line.
You know, we talk Salido's crafty. He's also a dirty fighter. Salido hits you low as a point of his strategy. It's a tactic he employs. And he hit Roman low a couple times in this round one with a really effective right hand. And it's helped him in this round. He knows how to do it and get away with it.
That's why we got a referee. The referee has to do his job.
Yeah, but I'm not sure any referee is competent to keep up with everything that Orlando Salido is capable of doing in the ring. And perhaps the only saving grace is that dirty fighters respect other dirty fighters.
It's a wily veteran if he knows how to get away with it.
Bring your heads down. Bring your heads down. Lean back. Relax. Relax. Very relaxed. You've got to stay in close and let your hands go. Did you hear? You got to let your hands go on the inside.
Es el séptimo round.
In the heat of battle, we see Salido land a big right hand. Those kind of punches have been landing for both fighters all night long. And then we see the low blow that, Max, you mentioned earlier, that the referee didn't warn Salido about, and he might not even have seen it depending on the position he was in.
And look at the grimace on Roman's face. I mean, you need no further information to understand how much that low blow hurt Mickey Roman.
And what kind of fighter Roman is? Did he turn to the ref and complain?
Oh, heck no.
He just kept fighting.
Dirty fighters respect other dirty fighters.
Tough guys.
In round 6, Roman landed a fight-high 27 power shots, and Salido landed a fight-high 28 power shots. And here they are to match again. Now, Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Oh, my goodness. I got it 57-56, 4 rounds to 2, Orlando Salido. You know, Jim, Mickey Roman gets an extra point for the knockdown in round 4, so that's keeping the fight very, very close. I mean, this fight is about as close as you can get. You know, as I say, Orlando Salido's a tough guy to beat when you're fighting head-to-head, toe-to-toe. But I think he's winning slightly, 57-56, Orlando Salido.
Some of what makes a fight special is when you see the passion from the fighters. You can see the same fight more or less, but you can look at the fighter and see they're not as passionate about what they're doing, and it makes the fight less good. You know, when you see the passion from Roman, you see how extraordinarily emotional it gets between these two guys, how each guy wants it so bad, the way they're fighting. It elevates the action.
Yeah, and both fighters have to have these wins. We talked about the fans appreciating a good fight like this and maybe not worrying about who the victor is, but both guys really need a victory if they're going to move on to the next stage, because Salido's trying to get another title shot and Roman is trying to get another title shot, and they both have to win tonight in order for that to happen.
Well, we've referred to Vasily Lomachenko and his on-paper loss to Orlando Salido, and the fact that Salido reportedly turned down a $720,000 offer to fight Lomachenko in a rematch. And when we asked him, what would it take? Would $1 million get you to do it? And he said, well, maybe. I think that, if Vasily Lomachenko is genuinely thinking of leaving the 130-pound weight class, the one thing that might lure him to stay would be the opportunity to get revenge against Orlando Salido.
It wasn't just Salido won the fight. He came in over the weight. He hit him low a million times. He almost got knocked out in the 12th round, but he deserved the win that he got. He did legitimately win that fight. It was Lomachenko's second pro fight, all that. So he does have that win, and for that reason, it would be an interesting rematch. Roman is showing such urgency with the way he's fighting.
Well, this is the fight of Roman's life. I mean, as Andre said it perfectly earlier, this is the Super Bowl for Roman. If he could beat a guy like Salido, that makes his career. He goes back to Juarez and says, I beat Orlando Salido.
And if Salido loses to a guy like Roman, maybe it indicates that he's a half-court low.
Just maybe.
But we've thought that before. What a war.
I'd say even better than expected, and the expectations were high.
Bring your legs out. Bring your legs out. Bring your legs out. Let's go low. Put water on him. Where's the dry towel? You want to win? You want to win? Do you want to win? Forget about the excuses, damn it. In this round, you've got to get those punches on the inside solid.
As they enter round 8, they have thrown more than 1,000 punches between them. They have landed 300 punches between them, and most of them are full-on power shots. And they've still got 3 rounds to go.
Hold on. Are you trying to suggest that they've missed 700 punches? Not a chance, Jim. If they've thrown 1,000 and you want to tell me they've landed 800, maybe, I'll believe you.
Well, that's between you and CompuBox, Max. But I see what you're saying.
I don't see Willie Pep in there
Every
tonight.
punch makes contact with something.
There's one miss.
What a solid left hook to the body by Roman. So Salido comes back with 3. Okay, I've got a left hook to the body too.
Punches missed. These two in their careers have not made opponents miss 700 times.
Another hard left hook to the body by Roman, fighting with a real sense of urgency here in round number 8. Let's see if Salido can match the urgency at age 37. Salido, 22nd year of prize fighting.
So tough, guys. I mean, you're exactly right, Jim. How does he come back and respond every time in every fight from this kind of assault?
Because he's Orlando Salido, that's why.
He's being assaulted here, and he's given as good as he's taken.
All he knows, Max, is to respond and to answer when he's hit with a big shot. If you look at the body of Salido, both sides of his body is red from the body shots of Roman, and he's answering right back.
You know, the Vargas fight was tremendous. It was fight of the year. There's something about this fight.
Down goes Salido. Second time in the fight. That's a huge moment for Mickey Roman. And he pumps his fist for the crowd.
This time Salido's hurt.
And he's up again.
Está bien? Está bien? All right, let's go.
Está bien, sí. Está bien, sí. Here we
Roman
go.
is fighting with the urgency of a guy who sees his whole career in front of him. He said, I've had a sad career.
Let him go.
And this could turn it all around for him.
No, Max, his career is hanging in the balance. He's 0-2 in world title fights. He doesn't know when he's going to get another opportunity like this. He has to seize the moment right now.
If you could see the face of Mickey Roman at this moment.
This was different even than the Vargas fight, guys, because Roman is a guy who's not trying to go to the scorecards. He's not content with being in a great fight. He's putting it all on the line to win right now.
Salido's hurt. He's throwing back, but he doesn't have a lot on those punches, and that's because he was hurt badly by those body shots and that head shot that put him down.
These are arm punches from Salido. And he's trying to act his way through. He's trying to make Roman think that he's still there. And now he's rallying back to try to give him one last statement before Roman goes to the corner, having won the round, but having tasted Salido's retaliation at the end. And there's the Salido family.
Typical Orlando Salido fashion.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Tienes que hacer combinaciones.
You gotta put your combinations in, baby. You gotta go for it all. You gotta gamble. Come on, champion. Let's do it.
Beautiful body shot from Roman. Followed up with a head shot, missed an uppercut, landed a left and a right hand and another left, missed a right, but put Salido down, and that time he hurt Salido. Here we see it again, a left, a right, a left. Salido was badly hurt from that barrage from Roman.
Myra Salido.
Mickey Roman fighting with a passion, with an urgency of a fighter who's used to getting almost all the way there, but then fading toward the end, and he's not fighting like that tonight.
Mickey Roman, who when his older brother was shot dead in a gang incident in Juarez, back when he was a teenager, knew which person had shot his brother, didn't tell police because he trusted karma to take care of it, and a few years later, that guy died in prison. Mickey Roman, who is willing to wait for satisfaction after a life of hardship and frustration, and may finally get it tonight.
Well, Salido's still not out of this fight. He's landed some hard punches again in this round, and he came on at the end of the last one.
Mickey Roman is known for fading in fights sometimes. He's not fading tonight. He's looking pretty strong in the 9th round of a 10-round contest.
And he's getting a spirited effort between rounds from trainer Rudy Hernandez, for whom it's an equally big night. A chance to make a mark as a trainer after all these years as a cut man and a chief second and a guy in the gym.
I think he hurt Salido again right there. He was a little off balance, but I think he hurt him with that short left uppercut.
Let's go.
Rudy Hernandez was the cut man for Takashi Miura earlier this year when Miura knocked out Roman. When we asked Roman, why'd you choose Rudy Hernandez for this fight? He said, well, he was in the corner that beat me. He must know something.
That's a good point.
Down goes Salido again.
Salido just
Robert
quit.
Byrd is going to stop the fight, and Mickey Roman has a career-making win.
Not so much quit, guys, as Salido had the fight beaten out of him.
By a determined opponent who was almost gone on a right hand in round 1.
Coming into this fight, Salido in his late 30s had admitted that at a certain point in the not-too-distant past in his career, he felt tired. Andre Ward wondered aloud how much he had left. And it turned out not enough to turn back the challenge of a fighter who also felt that everything was on the line tonight. Guys, this was a special fight, even among special fights. It was not just your typical great action fight. It was better than that.
This was a heart-pounding fight from start to finish, and ultimately, here's how Roman finished it.
Just beautiful work to the body, to the head. Salido goes down, and Rahman just beat the fight out of Salido. That's the best way you can put it. I think Max put it as best as you possibly can. Salido has a lot of wars under his belt. I know he had a new training regime for this fight, but off camera I told Max that Salido just looks tired. If you look in his face before the fight and the fighter meeting, he looks like a fighter who's been through more wars than you can count, and tonight it showed up.
There's Myra Salido at ringside, along with Orlando's daughter, as Robert Byrd was waving it off. And there's the look of fatigue and disappointment on the face of Orlando Salido.